Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're just going to be doing a few things mostly related to electrical, to wiring our lights and putting up our ceilings, which look really beautiful. So you're going to see like a few different days over the course of time of us doing that. So yeah, please enjoy our video. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up and enjoy.
I had a hell of a time creating this for you. It's been all on.
We've been having a rodent problem in our bus. And there's the rodent. Hey. Stop eating stuff.
See,
Oh, look
me
it.
off. They're going
We
in the
found a
cabinet.
little rodent.
Oh shit, that stinks.
Was a stinky breath.
They're going in the cabinet. They're
No.
going in.
Look at his freckled belly. He's so cute.
I'm a little toy.
He really does look like the brown and white gremlin.
He doesn't even mind.
Look, let me see this rotten tooth.
Look at his rotten tooth on camera. Alright, here we are installing our last fan. This one's gonna go right in the entryway, right in front of the bathroom and the kitchen. We just got through installing all our solar panels.
Oh.
That hurt.
Look at his bee. He's still there.
Yeah, that bee loves the solar panels.
I just made a hole. Rach, go down and see that's exactly dead center of the camper.
Okay.
See if that's acceptable where the center of the fan's gonna be.
Okay. Un momento, por favor.
Vámonos.
Welcome back to our channel, guys. As you can see, the first thing we're doing in this video is installing our last Max Air fan. So we have one Max Air fan in the back, and then we're installing this one in the front, so our bus will have great ventilation for both us and our dogs. So what we have done so far is we traced the template that the Max Air fan should come with, to make that perfect cut, so hopefully it fits snug and perfect as it should. So we trace that, as you can see, and then we take the drill and we drill a decent sized hole in each corner, and those holes allow a place to stick that jigsaw blade right in and hopefully get a perfect cut. With something like this, you always definitely want to take your time and plan it out, because if you do this wrong, you basically just cut a giant hole in your bus or your van, which would be really hard to fix. So obviously my dad's super handy, and we're super lucky to have his help for trickier things in our build like this. He's really good with the saw. So that's what we're doing here, cutting out that perfect cut. The first time we cut it out, it was actually a little too small, which is better than it being too big, because if it's too small, you can always cut more off, but if it's too big, you're pretty much screwed. So I would always say to start a little bit smaller than you might think and go from there. So that's what we're doing first. Alright, and like I said, as you can see, the initial hole we cut was too small, so the fan wouldn't go in. So we had to retrace it and cut out a little more. So we got that nice snug fit. With everything we've done in our bus, even my dad, even though he's handy, he's never installed a Max Air fan before, so we just really look up other videos, take our time, try to learn and be creative. Anything you want to do, you can do if you just put your mind to it. We've learned so much building this bus, so yeah, it's pretty cool. So we're just trimming up that hole, so hopefully we get a nice fit. And once we trimmed it, we got the perfect fit. I think we actually trimmed a little bit more off of this, but just little by little we got it to go in, because like I said, you don't want to trim off too much. You want it to fit in while still being snug. So yeah, like I said, we just trimmed off a little bit more, and then after that it fit perfectly.
Alright, so now we're taking some silicone and we're going around the outside of the hole.
Right here, right here.
Silicone stops it from leaking, actually holds it into place.
So as you heard Cornell say, before we drilled the fan down, we put silicone around the edge, because not only does it help hold it into place, but it also prevents any moisture, water, anything from leaking, getting in our ceiling. Silicone has really been a staple for us in this build. There's all different types of silicone out there, so we've used silicone to repair leaks in our roof that our bus already had. Pretty much before drilling anything that's been drilled to our roof, we put silicone down first, because if you're making a hole, you want to make sure that it is, how do I say this, sealed off, so there's no moisture that can get in. On like super rainy days, we've used silicone in our bathroom. So yeah, silicone's awesome. There's so many types out there, and yeah, it's been super handy during this project. So once he silicones it, then we're taking the bolts that the fan came with and we are drilling that bad boy right into place. And then wiring the actual fan, as you can see the wires hanging there. The wiring of the fan comes after the fan is put into the ceiling. Alright, now moving right on from that Max Air fan being installed, we are now preparing our lights and our roofing to go up. So there's different ways you can install lights. You'll see the two different ways that we did it throughout our build in this video, but this first way is, so we used tongue and groove knotty pine planks for all of our ceiling and siding because it looks really beautiful and it's the look we wanted to go for. And we are installing our 12-volt LED dimmable puck lights into the ceiling. So what we're doing first is taking I believe it was a 2-inch drill bit, drilling those holes, getting them into the plank, and then once they're in the plank, you put the plank up and then wire the lights to the wires we've already ran. Probably sounds really confusing to a lot of people, but you'll see how it makes sense as we do it. These puck lights, I love them. They look absolutely beautiful in our bus. They're super modern looking, super bright, and we got them right off Amazon. So if anybody is interested in these lights, I will have them linked down below, and you can purchase them through that link. They're really awesome. So now, like I said, as you can see, those lights are in there, and then we have wired the lights, used wire nuts and electrical tape to hold it into place, and as you can see, the lights are on, so they're already wired, and now we just have to get that board up in there, and we drilled shallow holes in the actual roof of the bus, and those holes are going to allow us to tuck the wire nuts in the wires so the board will lay flat against the roof. They get bright.
Oh, my legs. Look at that, man. Hold on. This looks like a wire right there. Let me get a flat head and push that back.
You sure?
Yeah, it's a black wire. See it?
Did you just click them?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's that?
Okay, everyone, here's our ceiling so far. We have the bed, the pine for the bed, the pine for the couch. This, the nice quarter siding. This part was fun to do. We used a bunch of little pieces for this corner. And then this is all set with the light switches for the bathroom inside and for this one in the cab. So yeah. Now we gotta do this.
We're getting
Alright.
somewhere.
So we got these two up from here to here. We're working on putting this one up from the corner of the emergency exit to the air conditioner. And then we're gonna put another one from the other corner of the emergency exit down to the second Max Air fan. And then after that, we're gonna be putting in another piece here so it all lines up. It sounds confusing, but you'll see. And then another long piece, and we're gonna put in the last two ceiling lights. So essentially, we just work from front to back and make sure everything is connective. And you're like close to that wire, you're making me nervous. Try to move it like to the side. What I was saying is, everything like from front to back has to flow and be connective and fit. It's kind of like building a giant puzzle piece in a way. All right, that is it for the night. We put in this piece. This is about to fall. And then we put in this piece. And then tomorrow we're just gonna put these last two lights up because it's getting late and we want to eat. But yeah, it's looking so good. It's almost done, and then floors, and we're really close. So we're so excited. All right, everyone, we are back again the next morning to finish putting up our ceilings, and we're about to put in a light. So I just wanted to show you guys how we do that and what that process looks like. with putting them in the actual ceiling. So yeah. So like I said earlier, there's two different ways you can put the lights into the ceiling. You guys saw the first way we did it by putting the lights in the plank before mounting it to the ceiling. But this time we had already wired the lights, so we didn't really have that option. So this is a second way you could do it. If you're gonna have them all in a line like the first way we did it, it's probably easier and quicker. But this way, since the lights were already wired, we had to do it differently. So what we did is, as you can see, we're taking our 2-inch drill bit and we are drilling a hole into our ceiling. You want the hole obviously big enough so the light can fit, but snug enough so it doesn't fall out while you're driving or anything like that. So yeah, the first thing we're doing is drilling that hole.
So what I'm doing is I pulled the other half of the light. I pulled that through, the wire through the hole. It's connected right there with the wire nut. So at first it was just, we had it hanging over. So what I had to do is cut it, pull that wire through the hole, and then I'm gonna re-splice it. Just like that, and then tuck everything, all the wires into the hole I just drilled. And in the end, everything would be tucked in.
And boom, up in there.
And it'd be in there.
All right.
I was just so confused because I forgot that we had to cut this and then re-splice it.
So for anyone who doesn't know what splicing a wire is, I'm gonna try to explain it. I'm not an expert myself, but essentially what it is when you take two wires and you wire them together to make them one connective line or one connective wire. So for those lights, they're already hanging over the board. So we had to cut the wire, pull the wire through the hole we drilled, and then re-splice the light to the wire. So to splice, you just strip the wire, twist it together, and then hold it usually by a wire nut. Another note I wanted to throw out there is all these boards which are in our ceiling are held by stainless steel bolts, and each one is drilled into the ribs of the bus. Like I've said in previous videos, drilling into those ribs is essential in this build so everything is secure and nothing moves around while traveling. And then the siding that's not on the ceiling, we just used a nail gun so it looks pretty and smooth, but we didn't really have a choice besides to use those stainless steel screws for the ceiling to make sure it was secure. So here's Cornell re-splicing that wire. Alright, just had to stop the dogs from attacking the mailman, but let's make sure he spliced it correctly.
Of course I did. Of course. So what he's doing here is the hole that the light was supposed to go in was a little too small,
So instead of drilling it more and making it too big, we're just taking a piece of sandpaper and sanding around the edges to make it a little bit bigger while it's still being snug to hold the light in. And I just wanted to give a shout out to my boyfriend Cornell, because throughout this process he's really stepped it up, learned so much, and gotten all the really hard building done. And it's been amazing to see him grow and learn. And yeah, you're the best, babe. I love you, and thank you for doing everything you've done for our bus. Little update. We're getting there.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have this done by the end of the day, that's for sure.
Alright guys, so we are going to call it for tonight because we're hungry and it's cold out, but we made a lot of progression. We're super close to almost finishing the roofing. There's only like really a few more boards we have to put up, but I'll show you what we did. Oh, so really all we have left to do is this strip and back there, but everything else is up. We put in 3 more lights, and yeah, it's looking really, really good. And babe did an amazing job, so good job. But yeah.